Baya, do Vada Pao, do chai.
That's how you do it.
Nice. Wow. Oh, and the chai just comes straight away. This is like service.
This is a lifeline of Mumbai.
Mm.
Everyone just eats this. Aloo Gobi. Do you think ये मामूली सी डिश इंडिया को पूरे ग्लोबल मैप पे रिप्रेजेंट कर सकती है? नहीं ना, पर ऐसा हुआ है। 2014 में मास्टर शेफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया में एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन ने अपने इंडियन खाने के प्यार को बरकरार रखते हुए ये डिश बनाई इन द मास्टर शेफ। एंड द रिजल्ट, lots of love and support from all over the world. Today's episode of Tere Gully Mein is going to be super special because we are exploring Maharashtrian cuisine with none other than the Australian MasterChef contestant, Sarah Todd.
I'm so excited for today.
Hi Sarah, welcome to Curly Tales firstly.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. This was one place I wanted to, visit. I wanted to be. I love what you guys do at Curly Tales, so I'm so glad to be here.
And we're so glad you're here in Mumbai. But how come?
I'm here to launch my new range of sauces, hot toddy. So for me, it's all about tasting the world one chili at a time, which I learned from all my beautiful experiences across India and just to explore, to be honest, and eat more food and get more inspiration.
So, we saw on your Instagram that you were looking for some local and desi dishes and places to visit.
Yes.
How you fared so far?
I have eaten a lot. I've eaten, a lot of the street food dishes like Vada Pao, the prawns, the Malwari prawns.
Okay.
Lots of different dishes, but I still feel like I haven't even begun to scratch the surface.
That's true. Because today, Curly Tales is going to take you on a culinary ride.
Oh.
But we're going to stick to Maharashtrian food.
Yes, please. I really haven't explored enough, so I'm very excited about this.
So on this episode of Tere Gully Mein, we're going to take you through all the Maharashtrian places that we can find in this locality. And let me tell you, they're going to be one of the best. Let's go.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I am.
Let's go. You know what I thought? Because you love Vada Pao so much.
Yes.
Here, people generally have one tea, one chai and Vada Pao.
Really?
You want to start with that?
Done.
The
Let's
Bombay
do that.
style.
That's how we start.
That's how we start.
Baya, do Vada Pao, do chai.
That's how you do it.
Nice. Wow. Oh, and the chai just comes straight away. This is like service.
This is a lifeline of Mumbai. Everyone just eats this. Where did you get your love for Indian cuisine from?
Keema. When I tried keema, I was like, whoa, this is something I've never had before. That it reminds me of dishes that I have growing up, but just with that flavor and that richness, the art of taking the bodki, getting the chutney, getting the the raita and having the keema, like there's this whole like experience when you eat a dish like that. And something clicked for me and I just fell in love with it from that moment. But it was watching people cook Indian dishes where they're throwing a bit of this, throwing a bit of that. And I was just like, for me, coming from, that French cuisine and that, dessert pastry side and seeing this like organic kind of cooking, I was like, I need to learn. And I think that's what really makes you a good chef. That whole experience for me was what really kind of lit my soul on fire in cooking and just to like create my own cooking style as well.
That's how she started putting masala in French cuisine as well.
I was like, where's this little organic masala? I need something like a bit of this, bit of that. Let's juice this up a little bit. And it worked.
Oh, it did. But as of now, we're going to finish this because I have a really exciting place coming up for you.
Oh, yeah? Amazing.
Because I said Maharashtrian cuisine khane ja rahe hain.
Yes.
So we're going to go to this one place which serves entire Maharashtra on one plate.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Are you excited? Let's
Yes.
finish this off and then go ahead.
Yeah.
How do you like this experience of sitting in a rickshaw?
I just love it. Like, I feel like you feel the breeze in your hair and all your senses are kind of turned on from, the sounds and cars and tuk-tuks kind of going everywhere. It's just so exciting to be here, and like I think this is the way you should get around in Mumbai.
Okay, I have a question for you, which I'm sure many people have since 2014. The question is, why Aloo Gobi? Why Aloo Gobi?
Oh my gosh. So I had this challenge, and I can't remember even what the challenge was, but I was like, I have to cook something that meant a lot. And for me, that was one of the dishes that I experienced from India that wasn't butter chicken. I was just like, this is what Indian cuisine is really. Like the home food is just so beautiful. So I fell in love with it.
So from Aloo Gobi to the Rajasthani lal mas.
Yes.
That journey has been crazy. What have been your learnings in the Indian food cuisine?
It's really important to acknowledge the space that you're in. And when I've traveled across India, it's so incredible how much the influences of the land change the cuisine. So it's also down to the climate, to the temperature. You know, what I love about the cuisine is that, you know, you eat khichdi if your stomach is feeling upset. You have a nimbu pani if you're feeling dehydrated. Like there's so much more to food than, you know, just eating the same dishes every day. You need to listen to your body, and I think that's something, a big part of what I learned.
Okay, one question might be controversial to all those people outside India, but me being an Indian, I'm comfortable with it and I know the answer. But don't you feel that the European and the Western dishes are more bland as compared to?
I mean, like honestly, my palate has definitely changed, and that's why even when I do, you know, my French dishes, I add a little masala.
Oh, French dishes mein masala, guys.
The best.
So you're gonna love this place.
Ooh.
Because it has authentic Maharashtrian food,
Oh
not
my
just
gosh.
Malwani, but
Wow,
Maharashtrian.
I'm so excited to try this. I love the interiors.
These are usually how the Marathi houses used to be
Ah.
back in the day.
Wow.
With these kind of windows and you
Yeah.
know, even those,
Yes,
the design on the couches and
Yeah.
everything, it is very authentic Maharashtrian.
so beautiful.
So this is the menu in front of you. I don't know how much of it you're going to understand, but let me just
Yes.
sum it up. The Maharashtra thali
Yes.
has everything that Maharashtra has to offer.
Wow.
Right from the most eastern regions of Maharashtra to the most western regions of
Yeah.
Maharashtra. You want to go for that
Of
Maharashtra
course.
thali?
I want to try as much as I can.
Okay, done. Let's go for it. So you've been here so many times. What are the Hindi words or the Indian words that you've picked up on?
Do you want to know or not?
Yeah?
Vada Pao.
Okay.
No, I can't say that on camera. No, I know Thoda, Hindi.
Oh,
You know.
oh that's good.
Yes, I know. मैं आपको याद दिलाना चाहती हूँ कि अपने बच्चों को शिक्षित करना.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's some message to everyone out there.
I can't like structure sentences myself, but if you're talking, I can catch enough words to kind of piece it together.
Oh, wow. But let's go back to your childhood.
Yes.
So you born and brought up in Australia.
Yeah, so I'm actually from a very small town, 2,000 people, called Walkerston,
Oh.
near the Great Barrier Reef. So, you know, very beautiful part of the country, but a very humble upbringing. You know, mum made it a priority was to sit around the table, eat dinner together every night at 6:30 p.m. And she was very proactive with that. And I think it just instilled this thing about that connection with food. And it's not just about, you know, fueling your body. It's about fueling your soul. And I think that's, you know, food does so much of that around the world. Coming here in India, I really fell in love with that aspect where everyone is such big foodies and really appreciates sitting down and enjoying a meal.
Where did you get your love for cooking from? Like, have you always been cooking since childhood or what?
Yeah, so we didn't have a lot of money growing up. My mum's a single mom. There's 3 of us kids. But the one thing she always did was at Christmas time, we'd spend like 3 days baking cookies for all our family. So that was our Christmas present. So we'd fill tables with cookies and make yo-yos and Afghan biscuits and all these really beautiful biscuits and fill jars, and that was the Christmas present. So I've got pictures of me like sitting on the table with all these cookies as a kid, and I think that's it was that connection to, you know, food can really be something that is a gift to people. So I always grew up realizing that, obsessed with like dessert, making dessert growing up. I was this crazy cake lady, like, you know, anyone's birthday, I'd be rocking up with like this cake and they'd be like, we've got a cake already, like, we don't need this. But like, I will take it. So it was really like, really dessert-based growing up. And then it really wasn't until I had my son, really, and the Punjabi heritage and his bibi and baba were, you know, like that side of cooking where it was just all about a bit of spice, a bit of that. And, you know, the dishes were a lot more organic coming together, and having that background of like a very structured kind of dessert cooking style, and then seeing this side really kind of opened up my mind. That's kind of where really the passion came alive.
Do you like
to cook? Just like to eat.
I just like to.
They're the best kind of people.
Yeah, I know. I've tried my hand at cooking, but then afterwards I'm like, I've cooked the same food. I don't want to eat the same food. Please get me some other food.
Yeah, I know. There's something about it as well. When you're cooking, you've like tasted it the whole way through, right? So I'm like, I'm full now.
Exactly.
You guys eat.
Yeah, so true.
It's better to cook for other people than cook for yourself. I think there's something more special about that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. This is huge.
What? This just looks so different to what I expected of Maharashtrian cuisine.
This is the equivalent of a roti. It's called a bhakri.
Yes.
And you eat all of this with this.
Okay. So this is mutton.
Yes.
There's such a richness to the spices, and it's got a good kick of heat as well. It's really really balanced, I think. It's like very different to what I expected from Maharashtrian food. Yeah.
So these are prawns. This pomfret.
Yes. Whoa. Like the masala on the outside, a little slight kind of crispiness, and the pomfret is just very flaky. It's perfectly cooked, by the way. They've done this a lot of times before.
I'm just going to go for it.
So you stir with your finger?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing it. Ooh. Cheers.
You've been all around the world. Which cuisine is your most favorite?
It's hard to say. I think that there's elements of every cuisine that I really love, but I feel like Indian food is becoming my comfort food now. Oh. And my palate has changed. You know, I grew up having quite simple food with not a lot of flavor, not a lot of spice or anything like that. But now I can't eat at a restaurant with simple flavors. Like I really have, my palate has really changed and really come accustomed to the spices. And I feel like across India, it's like this, right? You can have a beautiful light fish, and then all the way to something like a mutton, which is, you know, rich and you know, bold as well. So there's so much variety in India. I feel like if you said, what's one cuisine you could have for the rest of your life, it would probably be Indian.
Wow.
There's really everything that you can have.
Was it difficult going back to Masterchef, you know, after being a part of it, coming out, doing so well for yourself, but then going back as a contestant?
It was difficult, but most of my work was in India, right? I was doing like 80% of my work in India with the restaurants and different things that I was doing, and 20% in Australia. And every time I cooked in Australia, I noticed how little education we had around the diversity of Indian cuisine. So, you know, they were asking me to come back over and over. Previous year, I said, no, I can't do it. Then the pandemic hit, and I was stuck in Australia. So I was like, I feel like maybe this is an opportunity, like the universe is kind of telling me something, and they asked me back, you know, over and over. And I felt like I had so many stories to tell. And, you know, from all my travels across India, I just felt like it'd be a nice opportunity to share all of these experiences that I had across India with the Australian audience. So yeah, every opportunity I got, you know, I tried to really talk about different cuisines, and, you know, I made things like a lal mas. I made you know, things influenced from Maharashtra and all over. So I just felt like it was a nice moment to go back. But in saying that, damn stressful. I was like, look, you know, I cook in my own restaurant, I decide what I want to, make and create the menu. And then when you have the judges like questioning what you're doing, I'm like, why did I do this? I was very comfortable before this. But I felt like it was a good opportunity just to push myself again, take that time to experiment. And, when you're under extreme pressure, really beautiful dishes are made. And I think that's what I kept focusing on.
Have you incorporated any of those dishes in your restaurants in India?
So I am, at the moment, actually launching my own sauce range.
Oh,
so
okay.
all of my focus has been going on to this actually. So I've been, taking like this dish here, just for me feels like it's such an incredible representation of the flavor of chili coming through. So I made my own range of hot toddy called, is the brand. And we have like all of the sauces are inspired by different chilies around the world. So they go from a mild Kashmiri tomato all the way up to a super spicy. Can you see this? A tear from the heat. Can you see that? I love spice, but it makes me cry.
I have something for you today.
Okay.
It is the most beloved dessert in Maharashtra.
Wow.
It is called ukdiche modak. It's basically momos, but it's sweet.
Okay, so inside, hang on. Oh, the rice, and then it's jaggery inside.
Yes.
This is so interesting. It's like a sweet dumpling.
It is. And we usually have this during Ganpati. So after this really sumptuous meal, which we definitely could not finish, not even half of it.
No.
I also have some exciting thing for you.
Yes.
This bajra bhakri is made with hands.
Ooh,
and there's an aji here who cooks it with her own hands. Do you want to try it?
Of course, I would love to.
Okay.
I know I'm not going to get it right, but I'm going to attempt.
Woo! 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 Not bad.
Okay.
High five.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was bahut very tasty.
Let's head to our final ganne ka juice.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. Now this is something that I miss outside India. You get sugarcane juice, but you don't get it like this.
No.
You don't get it like this.
Freshly pressed like this is just so special.
But yeah, do full.
Shukriya. Thank you.
Do you want to put masala?
Do you know
masala?
Really?
Yeah. Yes. See?
Oh, that's so cool.
Just taste and let me know how you like the masala.
Oh, it's interesting with the masala.
Yeah?
Really yum. I like it. Masala and everything.
One
Yes.
last game.
Okay, done.
I'll give you a list of all the Hindi dishes.
Okay.
I mean the Indian dishes
Yes.
in English.
All right.
You have to tell me what that dish is.
So this means I have to know what Hindi
Yeah,
is.
yeah. So let's start with the easy one.
Okay.
She has to know this. It is potatoes and cauliflower.
Aloo Gobi, obviously.
Obviously.
How could I not know?
Chicken and butter gravy.
Chicken. Butter chicken.
Oh yes, correct. Chickpea curry with fried bread.
Chole bhatura.
That is correct. Okay. Lentils in creamy gravy.
Dal makhni.
Whoa, she's really good at this. Kidney beans and rice.
Rajma chao. Yes, I'm getting this right. I was like, please.
Grilled cottage cheese.
Matar paneer? No.
No. Paneer.
Grilled paneer. Grilled.
Tandoori.
Tandoori. Oh gosh, so silly. Tandoori paneer.
tikka. Yeah,
Paneer
yeah.
tikka. Yes. Oh yeah. Of
Yes.
course.
Triangle-shaped pastry with spicy filling.
Ah. Samosa.
Oh yes. Yogurt shake.
Oh my God. Lassi. Lassi.
Correct.
You're really
She knows
testing
it all.
me.
Bread and mashed vegetables.
Oh, Mumbai sandwich.
No.
No.
And something.
Pav bhaji.
Correct.
Why?
Okay, spicy spread.
Spicy spread. Chutney. Yes.
How did she guess that one? Okay. Greasy nachos.
Papki chat.
Papad, yes.
Papad. Yeah.
Close, close. And the last one. Because we keep desserts for the last. Rice pudding.
Rice pudding is not sevia. What is
Very,
it?
very,
It's not sevia.
very close.
What's it called? Kheer.
That is correct. I cannot believe she got all of it right, man. Oh.
I was honestly very nervous because I was like, you have to get these right, Sarah, please do. So I'm all right.
What are we going to see from you in the coming next months or the next few years?
The next few years, you'll definitely see me coming up with my new restaurant. So for me, I feel like I've had such an evolution in my cooking, and I've come to a place where I really feel like I've got my personal cooking style like completely in my mind and in my body. So I just can't wait to start sharing more of that with everyone, and that is the thing to be watching out for now.
We're looking forward to all of it because we want more of your cookbooks,
Yes.
your travel shows and all of it
Yes.
coming out, and we'll be keeping a track of what all you do.
Oh, and same for me, for you guys. I watch everything you do and I love it.
But on that sweet note, let us end today's episode of Tere Gully Mein with none other than Sarah Todd, who is in Mumbai with
Oh, cheers. Thanks
Yes,
for having
thank
me.